Okay, hold on. I gotta do one more. And I'll be right there. Oh my goodness, people there, nice. Okay, I'm working on it. Sorry. Okay, getting pretty close, pretty close, pretty close. One more, one I get. Okay, well, that's a little scary, but it's good. Well, thanks for coming back so much. Boy, I'm just getting so many views. I feel, boy, people want to know stuff. So if I could help, I just want to help, and I have nothing better to do. I don't want to sit and play video games or something like that. No, I'd rather sit here and tell you what I know. Now, I'm not right all the time. 8 o'clock already. Where did this day go? Yes, I don't know. Goodbye, Joe. Where did this day go? But it's been fun. I mean, when I was out on the mall today, boy, I had a lot of people there that showed up. I don't get big numbers normally, and they seem to be slowly getting bigger. So I appreciate it, and it's awfully nice, even on Instagram. Wow. But remember, it's a Let's Go Help that I'm really here for. And that's my Facebook group. And that's where I answer individual questions. So you're looking for money or help for something. You just start a discussion there, and I take it. And I got about 20 I have to do first thing in the morning. So if you're waiting for an answer, I'll get them in the morning. And then I get about 50 to 100 a day or something like that. Maybe about 50, 40 or 50. It depends on the day. But it's growing, and I don't know what I'll do. It seems like I get better answering it as I get more questions. Yeah, the more questions I get, the more I get fluid with the answers. And it's sort of like going out and, if you hit 500 golf balls a day, you get good at hitting a golf ball, and that's it. The first one is hard. And that's why I like new questions. I didn't know. Hello from Maryland, eager to learn more. Now, Maryland has a lot of its own stimulus packages. They just, I forget, it's like $400 or $500. They have a stimulus pack, a check for everybody. They have a whole bunch of things. They have new money for businesses. That's important. You have to check your state, and I think what I'm trying to do with the interest in the national check of 1,400, that's great because it's just advertising that kind of stuff is there. Now, that's just a piece of what is there, always been there. That's a piece of what is still there now in hundreds and thousands of other places that you have to look. You just don't know where. And that's understandable because it doesn't advertise. And then people, just go to Google and try to find it, and you won't find it in Google. It's too hard because Google gets paid by people who advertise, and these people don't advertise, so they're not going to pay Google. So when you're looking for any of this stuff, then the trick in using Google is, number one, only get .gov, G-O-V, or .org, O-R-G. And in addition to that, when you search in Google, in their search engine thing, whatever they call it, there's an item called tools, okay? T-O-O-G-L-E, let me make sure I know what I'm talking about. So if you put in like rent grants, okay, you're going to get, now let's see what we get in rent grants. We get 250 million websites for rent grants. Now, if you go over to the tools, below the keyword that you put in, you go to tools, and then you put one of the two tabs underneath tools. One is called Anytime, but you click on the Anytime and you choose it to just this past week. Now you get good stuff. Nobody advertises yet. It's all real stuff. And that's how you want to do it. You want to go after the new stuff. I mean, there's a lot of old stuff there too. But if you're looking for the new stuff, that's why if you're going to use Google, then you make sure you go over the tools and then you put for all instead of, you see the anytime, it'll be anytime, it says there. And you want to change that anytime to like the past week or past 24 hours. Actually, any of the new stuff that Biden's probably going to sign in about 2 days is not even available yet. So that is difficult to do now. But you have to start getting, I have a list, okay, on YouTube, and I'll put it on Instagram tomorrow. In the description, there'll be a link. I'll put a link for a highlights of all the possibilities in this new program. So just like a little paragraph to see if any of those things are of interest to you, because there's about 30, 40 of them that you could make something out of. And there's a lot of money in there. So that's why the link is already in there in the description in Facebook and in YouTube. So you want to just get that link and download it so you have it to look at, okay? And that's very important, I think. Now, the other thing, I think the biggest thing in here that you have to start learning about, and it'd be good to start learning what the earned income tax credit is, okay? I mean, you could Google that or go to the IRS. The IRS has a great little link that tells you all about the earned income tax credit and if you're eligible or not. Now, the eligibility, don't worry about, because the new Biden stuff is changing all that eligibility. So don't worry about the eligibility, except for what the IRS has or anybody else has. You want to know the procedure for filling that out. It's very easy. You don't need an accountant or anything like that, or H&R Block. H&R Block, nobody needs that unless you just have extra money. Then more power to you. But you don't. And if you learn about how to fill in the earned income tax credit, now that earned income tax credit will go up to $100,000, $200,000, and you will get money if you're childless, and more importantly, you'll get money if you have children, and you get a lot of money if you have children. And actually, what may be interesting too is that you may not even have to fill out the tax form for that earned income credit for children. But it's good to see because there's also a tax credit for daycare money. So up to $8,000 if you have 2 or more children, you could get, and that's like free money, that you get to pay for daycare. That's another $8,000. So that's why this is an incredible. I mean, they're talking about what I read, and because I'm not a historian or whatever, that this package is the biggest thing government has done for low-income people in 30 years. Okay, so you get that, the biggest thing in 30 years that the government has done for lower income, medium, lower income people. See, all the other programs we had, even the last stimulus package, most of that went to businesses, and the one before that, most of it was a big chunk. Biggest thing was for businesses. This is even more money, and businesses get a small portion of it. So more is going to individuals of lower income. Also, then, like a year or two ago, in the 2017, it's 18, the tax reform. Now that gave $1 trillion. That mostly went to rich people. People making $25,000 or less, got $60. That's it, $60. People in the higher bracket got hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, that was crazy. So the people who need it didn't get it, but this time it's really aimed at people who really need it. And so that's why. And then actually, I think this is a test if we'll be doing more of this in the country in the future. In other words, they want to have these things permanent, like the earned income tax credit of $3,000 per child. They want to keep that forever, But it's only for 1 year now, so you take advantage of it. And they may be just sending you a check every month, or you may have to wait at the end to claim it on your taxes, which, that's sort of a day late and a dollar short. I don't know how good that really, what that really does for people. So that's why I think they'll probably figure out a way how to get it to you monthly, all through the month, so you don't have to wait till the end of the year to file your taxes for it. So that's it. And then there's also if you heard me talk about this before, there's money for childless people, and that's up to $1,500. But you have to have some kind of income, so you can't be on SSI or only or something like that. You have to generate income somewhere, and then they give you an extra $1,500 if you're childless. See, if you have children, you get like $6,000, $9,000, $12,000, or whatever. So that's a really good. Now, there's so many other little benefits in here, that people don't know about. And that's what, to me, is so important. Boy, that's why data documentation is so good in the government, because you see what people are. See, the headlines are always going to be this $1,400, who's going to get it, who's not going to get it, and all that kind of. So who cares, okay? Now, I mean, little things like here, there's $1 billion, $1.2 billion for shuttered venue operators. This is grant money. Okay, if you read the small print here, it's for movie theaters, it's for museums, it's for any institution whose principal business activity is live events. So maybe you have a roller derby, or maybe you have a dance hall, or any kind of live events. That's what it's for. You have a little theater. I mean, the theaters are really getting killed now. So that's $1 billion, that people could take advantage of it. Now here's another $26 billion. Now this is huge to me. Just if you're in the food-related business, like even if you're the catering business. So if you're running a catering business out of your kitchen, you're covered. And this is $28 billion. That's amazing. That's amazing. And then there's a special thing that the government gives you if you're keeping employees. if you're able to keep employees, they give you up to $30,000. And this is extra cash, but they do it through a tax credit, which sounds like you don't get cash, but you do, because it's cash you would give to the government as an employer, but you don't have to, so you're getting a bonus, and your employee becomes a hell of a lot cheaper, because you're getting a bonus of cash, so that makes it worthwhile to keep that employee on your staff. So all these little things are incredible to me that you have to know. Now here's like $40 billion for colleges, 40. That's a lot. That's more than we gave the businesses last time in one of the programs. So now, but half of that has to go to students. So that means if you're a college student, you're taking a course at college and you have trouble paying your rent, okay, that's not tuition because maybe you already got that paid for, but that's what half of this money is. So they have $20 billion. Now, how do you find it? What you do is you go to financial aid office. Like I have a scholarship at one of the junior colleges here, and I have to beat on them to give out the money. It doesn't mean no good. I ever give it away, and it shouldn't be sitting in their bank. My son will go next year. See, that's all these little things. I mean, stigging. It's following up. You have to learn how to be Sherlock. I mean, that's what this whole living in our society now. We all think, oh, we want to be easy. We just push a button. If you're rich and have a lot of money, you could live that way. If you're not, you have to learn how to be Sherlock if you want to take advantage of what our country has to offer to anybody. You can't be lazy. You can't make it easy, or believe it's easy, or somebody hand it to you. Maybe you get lucky and that happens to you, but don't count on it. You're going to have to, and it's more fun to discover things yourself and to do the hard work and to turn over rocks and this rock and find that, wow. And see, you have the motivation to do that because this could change your life. Somebody gives you $50,000 to do something. Where else are you going to find that? But only in the government. Funds for older Americans. There's another $1.4 billion. There's an interesting restaurant revitalization fund. Look at that. Who are energy assistant? There's a program. I forget what the name of it is. A homeowner assistant. Okay, here's $10 billion for homeowners for mortgage payment and, listen to this, property taxes. I get so many members in Let's Go Help say, hey, I need my property tax. I can't pay my property taxes. And they're going to foreclose on me. Okay, if that's happening to you and you can't wait for this may be a month or two before you get this property tax grants, is you call the people who are in charge of collecting that property taxes. Because many of them now, because of COVID, have other programs where they negotiate. You may only have to pay half of it, or a third, or 10%. Like the IRS has a program. You only have to pay as little as 10% of what you owe them. But you got to know the program and ask, And that's what that is. Okay. So now on your property taxes, same thing. To see if they have, most states have it, some don't, or whatever. So you look, and the people who are collecting the taxes will know about the obvious programs. They're not going to know about the less obvious programs, but they'll know about the obvious programs. So you want to talk to them first. Okay, if that doesn't work for you, then that's when you call your elected official, because your elected official has the power to call that tax collector and get you a deal. You don't, I don't, and probably some lawyer doesn't either. But if you have a lawyer, they're going to take a bunch of that money that you're going to save. So you don't want to use that. And so that's important. So your elected official, they are, to me, your elected official is one of the most important numbers to realize, to have access to. And if you don't know how to find them, that means you haven't watched me very much, because it's you go to commoncause.org, O-R-G, and you put in your zip code, your address, and they'll give you name, address, phone numbers, emails of a dozen or so elected officials where you live, the federal, state, local. everything. You just go down the list, start calling all of them because they're busy, not busy, they're this, that, the other thing. It's like asking girls for the prom. You know anybody, you go to the next one. You want to go to the prom. That's what you want to do. So that's the objective. You want help on that tax that you owe. Now they have another program. I can't find it here. Veterans, lots for veterans, veterans home funding. There's a program that helps businesses find programs. Okay, now that's sort of cool to me. See, somebody's like trying to take my business, which is fine. There's so many problems to solve. I just go, they don't have it here. But there's a program that if they help. God, there's a tricky name for it. People, they help you find stuff. They're navigators. They help you navigate the system, and it's for finding money programs for business. So if you have a little nonprofit locally, call up the SBA, ask them about that program. It's part of the new COVID program, and I thought I had it here. I got so much goddamn paper. I know. Money programs for businesses, 25 new programs, especially health care and health insurance, optional sick pay leave, unemployment insurance, school openings, older American. Why isn't that there? But it is, and if you need trouble finding it, here it is. It's called Community Navigator. Listen, $175 million for Community Navigators. Okay, community organizations or community financial institutions can get funding to provide outreach, education, and technical assistance to help eligible small businesses become aware of and participate in the COVID relief program. It prioritizes increasing access among businesses owned by socially and economically disadvantaged individuals, women, and veterans. Okay, so that's what you find. You go to local community college or church, say, hey, let's get some of this money to help people find out about government programs. Okay, so you work with your church because they're already nonprofit. Somebody who's already involved in the community. You tell them, hey, I'll go find out how to get this money, and you pay me when we get the money. Okay, so you go to your church or whatever. And then you start finding, okay, here it is. It's called $175 million to become a community navigator. Okay, nobody's going to know where that is yet. Okay, it's going to come soon, and it'll probably be in the next 2 months or so. So you want to start now. Now, what you do is you call. See, right now it's a federal program. So it's a federal program. That means your 2 senators and your House of Representatives. Who represent you in the House of Representatives. They're the people who have a pulse on this more than your state. So you call all those 3 offices and you tell them, you're looking for how to apply to become a community navigator. Okay, and tell them they're set aside in the Biden package, what do they call it? Great American. They have all these names for things. That it's $175 million for a community navigator program. You want to apply to those grants, and you need help to identify where those grants are. Okay, I think your elected officials are the only ones in the world right now who could help you do that. I mean, if you can find the person who wrote that, be some staffer on the Hill who wrote that. So they're going to have to dig through, but that's their job. And they know how to do that. They do that all the time. So you have to use them for that because you want to apply that. Now, it's probably set up for a community organization. So you find a community organization, your boys club, your YMCA, your church, anything. Say, let's do this. We're going to help women, veterans, and low-income people who need business money, help them learn about these government programs, okay? And see, you'll be the hustler. You'll be doing it. You'll create a job for yourself and probably a whole new career. Because if you show your church or whatever how they could get $150,000 to do this, and then you'll learn how to create a job yourself. because a lot of this money like that, not a lot of it, but there's money that's only set up to go to somebody else. So you go to that somebody else who's not going to bust their ass and try to get it like you are. And if you get it for them, then you got to deal with them. They put you on the payroll to spend it. And you're going to spend it on you because they're going to use that money to pay you. That's what it's for. It's just to pay you. Oh my goodness. Taking out taxes from disability. Crest an account on the IRS website. You can work that out. Okay, not sure what that means. We got a small SBA loan last year. Can we get grants for businesses? Yes, sir. Right now, Allie, go and apply to the PPP program. PPP, put SBA, PPP, just apply. It doesn't matter. And if you got one SBA loan, it doesn't matter. This is another one. And this is allowed to everybody who's a business right now apply to the SBA PPP loan. You may not get it, doesn't matter, but it's easy. I just did a video on it. So the last video, I think the last one or the one before the last one that you could see on YouTube, it has that information about it. I show you the application. It's only 2 pages, fill in the blanks. It's nothing. You don't have to have good credit. You can have a shitty business, doesn't make any money. You can not be incorporated, no LLC, but you have to have like a Schedule C. You have to fill something with your income you made for that. You don't have to make a profit as long as you have sales. Before it used to be a profit, so you only got a percentage or whatever based on the profit, but people don't make profits in small business, so they changed it just a week or two ago. So they say, okay, we'll give you a money percentage of what the money you brought in, not what money you made a profit. PPP needs a lender. I recommend Blue Acorn. Oh, that sounds odd if it's Acorn, people. So you need a lender in the middleman. And there's some apps that are easy to fill out on the website. If you go to pppsba.gov, they'll match you up with people too. But there's a lot. You don't have to get married to anybody. Try it. See, and you don't have to pay the people to help you. So don't worry. I'm definitely going to check this out. Good, John. I thank you for what you do and how you have been watching you a long time. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Where are you? Where are you when I need you? So this is the earned income tax credit. You have to be 25 years old in order to receive the funds. You have to be 25 years old before. Now it's only 19. See, it changes. So whatever you think about anything, you can't believe in something because you think you know it. The world doesn't work like that anymore. You have to go out and see what it is and investigate whatever. It used to be 25, and also for 25 and single, they would give you $500 in the last couple of years. Now it's $1,500. So that changes. It all changes. You go out and find everything's there. Spend a couple days researching, doing that. You're going to learn something. If you have a mission like that, instead of just waltzing around internet and Google and going nowhere, just in circles and not getting anywhere, this is a lot better thing to do than that. And I believe that. What else kind of questions we have? Let me ask you. Information on commuting there. Thank you for the information. Oh, that's good. You got a BAP mask down, upside down. Me? So with the earned income tax credit, you have to be 25 in order. And there's all kinds of earned income tax credits. So maybe you're right in something, but not the new ones. With children or for no children. See, there's earned income tax credit with no children. I mean, that's astounding to me. I always knew about it for children, but apparently a year or two ago, they changed that. Taking out taxes from disability credit and account for on the IRS website. What programs are out there for new businesses? Well, new business, you could try the PPP. It may not work, but it doesn't matter. Try it and see if it does work. Because they don't really have anything in there they add. I can't see anything. I haven't applied yet. But if they say how long you've been in business, so apply and see. What the hell? Don't trust me either. Trust the people giving you the money. They're the only people you want to get the answer from. Not from me, not from anybody else on the internet or whatever, because they're too easy to be wrong. In an earlier video, you mentioned that there are grants available for businesses to educate other local businesses in certain programs. Jack, that's what that's the Community Navigator program, okay? Oh, funny you mentioned that, huh? You are welcome. I found that to be the best way. I've been operating as a sole proprietor for several years, learning businesses and getting ready to incorporate. My file paper marked. Why do you want to become an incorporation? I think it's silly unless you talk to a lawyer, then they'll tell you it's not silly. but you're in business to do something for somebody else and make money. You're right. If you incorporate, then they can't take your personal belongings. But a couple things. First of all, you probably don't have a lot of personal belongings. When you're starting a business, you don't have much shit. Well, how much are people going to get from you? If you become business and big and have a lot of assets, then yes, then that makes more sense. If you're little and don't have anything, and who cares? The other reason people don't want to be sued. And to me, well, that means you don't stand by what you say. I'm not incorporating this business. No, I stand by behind it. You feel I screwed you over? I got to give you your money back. I'm not going to fight you and say you signed these papers that see. Didn't you see paragraph C, section D, page 3714? You said I could do that to you. No, you feel I did something wrong? I don't care. You're probably right. I screwed up. I'll give you the money. I never gotten calls back from my elected officials. I have left too many messages to count. Also, their mailboxes are full. That happens, and that's true. Just go down the list. Try other elected officials. You have a dozen or so. I don't know how many you tried. The other thing, you know what to do if you really want to get their attention? Every elected official, the national elected officials, have local offices, okay? So find out where their local office is. Go buy a big box of cookies, okay? And go visit their local office. Because of COVID and everything, they won't let you in. And find the name of the head of the office and say you're an Uber driver delivering cookies for this guy in the office there. And in there, when he opens the box of cookies, please call me. I've been calling you for 37 days and I can't get an answer back. I really need your help. Please, please, please. And then 301-752-6624. And see if that works. Okay? Somebody gets food. That's right. These people, that are rug rats or not rug rats, you're offline. Why are they taking me offline? Dilberts in offices love food. Yeah, so that's right. You get to their heart through their stomach. Yeah. Let's Go guide for the earlier life was Texas. I went to the SBA for NYC. Let's Go guide in earlier life was Texas. I'm not sure what that is. Michelle. I'm trying to read that. Can't get it. Michelle, are you in the Facebook group? We are blessed to be here in America. Oh, thank you, Abdul. Yes. My friend, may I get your email? Okay, they're talking to each other now. Not sure I understand EITC. Don't file taxes because I'm receiving SSD. Well, if you don't have kids, you may not get it, but you may. And if you're only getting SSD, then you can't get the earned income tax credit you earn income. You have to earn income. That's where the earned income tax credit. They have it if you have kids and earning income. That's not enough, and not enough. They say nowadays is like $75,000 or $100,000. And then if you don't have children, there's an earned income tax credit for childless people, but that income starts. You can't make over like $21,000. That's for childless, but you have to earn some income. Hence the name earned income tax. I'm not sure I understand. So that's I have to. How can I figure out how to get the tax credit for having a tax out a disability with 2 kids? Yes, you should get that. No problem. Okay, Pamela, Keith and Pamela Stalling. There's a couple of places you can get free tax help, a lot of it. You go to 211.org, and they'll have a link in there for free tax help where you live. Nonprofits and other volunteers help you with that. And also findhelp.org, findhelp.org. They have places too, sources. And these are volunteer. Actually, the IRS gives grants to people to help you fill out taxes for free, but they don't advertise. So you'll see H&R Block and you'll pay $300 or whatever the hell it is. Then they'll try to sell you money, and they'll give you your refund now and then charge you interest rate when that's a scam in my mind, but that's a biased opinion, so don't trust me. My friend, man, I got your email. Okay, good. Okay, what else? Any other big questions on this? Yeah. Oh, how do I move that down? Down. I don't see any questions from Let's Go Help People. Where are you? Am I not doing something right again? I do that a lot of times. I just don't do something right. Why is that? How am I going to do that? Okay. Well, actually, I want to tell you about something. What I'm thinking about in Let's Go Help is how do we get more people to help each other? And in other words, if you're a Let's Go Help member, a lot of people know things about what's in their state better than I do. And I'm trying to get them to share that. There are a lot of people there that do that, but I'm trying to, how do I get something? And maybe you could help me think through this. I was thinking maybe a way to do it is like offer a reward. Like if you help another member and they appreciate the help you gave them, they could nominate you for an award for Helper of the Year, Helper of the Week, Money Helper of the Week, or something like that. And we'll choose like 10 great money helpers a week and give them $100 a piece, as a financial motivation, to help other members like that. So what do you think of that? Does that make any sense to you? To have a rolling contest, like every week, every month, we'll pick out 10 people who've been nominated as helpers of the month. Who's the helper of the month? And we'll choose the 10 best help. I don't know what the criteria will be yet, but and give them $100 a piece, whoever it is, so that people have a motivation and they know about that. There's a chance to help other people. I mean, to me, what I love about my business is not so much the money. Certainly need that to pay the rent and live and stuff like that. But the opportunity to help somebody is just wonderful. I mean, that to me is the secret in life. That the most selfish thing to do in life is to give. We don't realize that. Why do we love puppies and all this other kind of stuff that we could give our heart to? And open our heart and give. And that's just a wonderful thing. Why a little baby, your heart pours out to that. Why can't we do that for grown-ups more? And people need help. So if you know a way to help another person, particularly in the group, then you give them that information, and then they could recommend you for the money helper of the month. A monthly money helper. Thanks so much. She just applied under at a home business. I love this. You think it's pretty good, Rick? Deanna. So you think that's interesting? Love this. I would love to find a helper, maybe to exchange with some kind of. Also, I know nothing about how to do any of this. I need help myself, but I'm somehow pay it forward. No problem. No problem, Teresa. Well, maybe that's it. We all need more help. And see, at $20, I mean, the kind of consulting, I used to do that, and I would charge $10,000, like for the same thing I'm charging $20, and I want to be the $20 person, but to do it as professionally to help like that, you just have to charge too much. So maybe that's what it is. If people help each other as a volunteer, and then we give them a stipends kind of thing. How to get accepted Facebook group account is, oh, now that's terrible, Denise. Here, email me. When did you ask it? Let's go. No. Okay, let's go free radio at gmail.com. Yeah, email me there and tell me that, and give me your Facebook name, and so I can make sure it's there. I nominate Let's Go. Well, that's something nice, but no, I want to give money away to you. Gets my vote. Oh, see that's great. See, that's what I mean. Rick, Google your local food pantry and apply to your state human resources for SNAP, definitely. And that's 211.org or Let's Go. I mean, not Let's Go. Findhelp.org is a way, and there's more money for food. That's up to. They're increasing the amount you get with SNAP by 15%. I did an application at the DA's because I own a home. I don't qualify, but my house is a real fixer. I live in Mississippi. I've been to the office and called. I got no info. I need help for my business. Okay, help for your business, Laura. Go to Americas, AMERICAS, AMERICAS. Oh, I got to put the clicker down there. AMERICAS, and then SBDC.org. Call them, make an appointment. They're free. They're consultants. That they get grant money, funding to help you start a business. That's all they do. And there's half a dozen offices at least in every state that have offices like that to help you start a business or grow a business. Thanks, Matthew, for everything. Midnight tonight deadline to apply for Biden exclusive. Yes, that's right. Self-employed is 20. And that's just, now, if you miss it tonight, Carolyn, then you can do it tomorrow. It's just that you're going to be in with all the rich folks, too, not just a little guy. In Texas, receiving from storm. Okay, just download February 17 application. Good. Keep going. Now, you got to go through intermediary for the PPP. 30-year-old returning student and father. If you made more than 2020 taxes and 20, do not file. I don't know what you're talking about. Be careful in advice like that because everyone's situation is complicated too. Tell her to think of something. Maybe you and her both can do the paperwork. They can give you a startup grant. You're awesome. Thank you, Sherry. Or I guess you're talking to somebody else. Okay. Yeah, are there any grants for homeowners in Maryland for back mortgage and utilities? Yes, utilities, definitely. The state, Maryland just came out with a stimulus package themselves, like $500 for everybody and more money for past rental and utilities and all kinds of, but you got mortgage or is that rental? I forget, back mortgage. Mortgage is a little harder, but the new program, but call. What to do is you have that kind of thing. Go to HUD.gov and look for the local financial counselors. They get paid to help you with all that for free. And they're free. They do that. Bless you. Thank you, Cal. is referring to the stimulus, okay? Or can I get grants from the COVID stimulus package? I have a link. And this is on the new stuff. So the link that's in the description on YouTube and on Facebook, I have a link. I just can't believe why nobody's talking on Facebook. Nobody's leaving a note. I guess I screwed up somewhere again. I'm sorry. Yeah, when I get old, I'll get better, I guess. FedEx drivers available for any grants? Yes. Because you probably work as a contractor, yes, so you're eligible for a PPP loan. Just apply. It doesn't matter. If you're not eligible, you'll find out. What's the website again? No, the link. I have a link in the description on YouTube. that you download the report that has all the descriptions of the programs and just the new COVID. There's a lot of old stuff still out there. Any grant money for small business owners? Yes. Prior felony, that doesn't matter. 10 years ago, don't worry. Wanting to buy a real rental property for the first time and no money down, but great personal credit. Don't even need good credit for business. For real estate, maybe a little, but if there's no money down, it's probably less of an issue. Again, for real estate, the best place to do start, again, is HUD counselors. They're all free. Dynamic, even if you do childcare, try it. Good. How does the child credit work for individuals without children? Well, it's not a child care credit. It's a child earned income tax credit for childless people. If you're paying child care and it's not your child, well, then maybe that's covered under the child care tax credit. Hello, my friend. Important stuff for you and your members. Please email and call me. I hope you're not selling anything, Amandu, because I don't want anybody using people here to sell anything to, because all I do is give people sources of information that's free. Nobody charges any money. So if you're charging any money, I don't want you watching. I mean, you're welcome to watch, but not asking for people that you're going to help them, not selling. Okay. I'm buying a duplex. How can I get down payment money? Okay, well, there's like 150, well, maybe the cheapest way to do it, if you go to lesgoreports.com, that's where I have all my mini grants for every state. So if you get the one for real estate where you live, and that's $6, and you got every program to get you started on that. Now, if you become a member of Let's Go Help, you get all those for free. And also I answer personal questions. But a lot of people don't want to get tied into anything, and that's understandable. Did you get it without, did you, 15,000 without children? Well, that $1,500 for our children didn't even start yet. That's in the package that will start, actually they'll probably become law within the end of the week, and then it may take a month or two to get to you. How do you prove when business started? They'll have a way to do it. Don't worry about it. You get the form, and you worry about it when the form. That's when you worry about it. Okay. Mine started one, and it took me a long time to get off the ground. That's okay. I mean, that sounds. You probably sound you're under the wire as when to start a business. How much is your membership? Let's go. $20 a month. Yeah, you quit anytime. And if you feel screwed, I'll give you your money back. Don't worry. I'm in Idaho. I need a rent help for back rent. Yes, there is every state has a back rent program now. It's called Emergency Rental Grant Assistance. Emergency Rental Grant Assistance. If you go Google now, Emergency Rental Grant Assistance, Idaho. Yeah. And then if you say you don't know, no, I said Idaho. And then in there, before you hit the search bar, or after you hit the search bar, then you go underneath and it says tools. You want to do a special search on those keywords that shows you only the programs that have been in the last 30 days, the month. Then they're more likely to be that there. And I'll tell you about it. So you're looking, this is a program from the federal government that's going to be the state, the county, every state is run differently. And the problem is you wind up old program. You want new programs that have the money, and there's a new one in every state now. Every state has money, or there will real soon. See, a lot of this money is so soon. Most states haven't even started it yet, but a lot of states are now telling you that it will start soon. So that's what you want to do. Find out where it is. My mom just got some fake $100 bill yesterday, and this breeder, and he got it delivered at our doorstep within 24 hours. Don't know what that is, but sounds, are you selling something here? Don't be careful. I don't know if that's a scam, whatever. I started 8 months ago. Can I receive grant money for capital money for equipment? Well, anything for business related, yes. I mean, it take work, and you may or may not get it. The place to do it is your state. Your state has a half a dozen offices that all levels that just help you for free, find money and help to start a business. The place to start that procedure is the Small Business Development Center, or americassbdc.org. Should we wait a call? Well, it depends on what. I would start, if it's for taxes, everything is different. Again, what to do, I think, number one you want to do is your federal people. You want to get their websites, because they're going to try to show as much as they can what help is available on their website. That's your 2 senators and your congressman. If you could find somebody there to talk to, so you get a person that try to build a relationship with, you send birthday cakes, you send all this kind of stuff, to get somebody to help you on the inside. For rental assistance, if approved, is the money sent to the tenant to pay the rent? It depends. Every program is different. The money eventually goes to the landlord. Some programs only want to send it to the landlord. A lot of programs I've seen, if the landlord won't take it, they send it to you, and then you send it to the landlord. So they get it eventually. Did the new bill after it's signed? Did he in the new bill? I'm not sure. Did he? Who gets 600 from California? That's the stimulus package in California. Yeah, I think they have that. Yeah, it's even undocumented. Get that too. Okay, guys, I'm running out of fuel here. Okay, I did a long chat this morning. If you made more than you're not an income tax, should you file your income? It depends on what, Andrew. I would fill it out now and see what it looks like, and then determine that depending on what program you're interested in. Some that may be better, some that may be worse. So fill out the form now so you see what your 2020 tax form looks like, and then you can make that decision as you go along. Who gets the $600 from California? So could I get a business grant for having a YouTube page? Yeah, if you're making some money somewhere. Yeah, any kind. All you need is Social Security number for the PPP. That's right. You don't need good credit. You don't need a business. As long as you're making income somewhere, like on a Schedule C. And that's it. I was a victim of brutal attack for severely injured my spine, and I can no longer work manual labor like it. Now, there's a crime victims assistance grant. Make sure you applied for that. I don't know, Truth Over Emotions. Make sure you know about the Crime Victims Assistance Grant. Okay? Listen, that's almost an hour. I got to run, guys. Okay, to find out more about my stuff, first of all, in YouTube, and I'll get it in Instagram. Hopefully, maybe as soon as I turn this down. And so I'll put in the description a link to the report I have that shows you all the new programs in the new stimulus package. It's in the Pascal got something. I don't know what's that all about. You're giving a lot of numbers. If that's a phone number or something, or don't know. So in the description is a link, a download link to the new Biden stimulus package, and describes all the programs, okay? And where to go to find out about them when they hit the ground, So I have the links there, so you know where to apply, okay? I'm gonna go. Goodbye, Joe. I'm gonna go. Me oh my oh. Son of a gun, we'll have some fun to end this video. Yes. I see I left my video on afterwards, and people, I'm in my apartment. I was running around in my underwear. They saw that. That was funny for me to see that. And I don't know how to edit it out yet. I got to figure that out.